Well, hello again, friends. I never know which day we are, what day we are, but I believe we are Thursday, the 12th of January. Just off the bat, I have a thing here that tells me the time, but I don't care for looking at it. And today I will explain my collection of boxes. I have an extensive collection of boxes, which I'm quite proud of, actually. And I decided to share it with you today. This side, this one's all black. Okay. Again, I'm on my knees as usual, and I'm about to show you some of my favorite boxes. Starting with this one. I like that box because it's called, in French, it's called l'érable piqué, and it's maple, and it's been pitted. And I don't know the use of that box, but I have an inkling that it may have been a tea caddy, as I have another one here that's a real tea caddy. Actually, I put this one away. This is an English tea caddy. They can be worth a lot of money. This one is not a high-end one, but still, look at that. It's an Apple. And Apple tea caddy, if you go on First Dibs, which is one of my favorite sites online, they can reach up to $15,000, $20,000. Depends on where you bought it. I don't know where this one's from, but I know it's old. I know that. And it's got some aging to it. Third box, about 5 inch long, and I love that box because it's got a cameo in front, which was probably added much after the box. The box itself, it says "Recuerdo de tu madre," and I don't know what recuerdo means, but de tu madre is for your mother. So I'd imagine this was a box that was sold in a church or in a cathedral, because it's got a little design there. Since it's Italian or Spanish, I'm French myself, but I don't recognize the language. I really like that box because of its shape. I know it's old. It's probably judging by the hinges, the way the clasp and everything. It's probably 60 years old. It's not for sale. I don't sell my boxes yet, anyway, because this one's got. It's got a little bit of damage on it, and it's not something I can do much with because I'd have to glue it and all that. I'd rather keep it the way it is. So that's my third box. That's the fourth box. That's from Quebec. I like it. It's to keep a pen inside. I can open it, and the pen's made out of wood as well. I really love that because it's the same, almost the same wood anyway. Pen works really, really good. It's like it's high craftsmanship. As my number one, Sarcelle Rupert. So that pen was made in a project, probably. I don't know the project. I've never Googled it. Actually, it's the first time I see the writing on it. But I really love that box. Pen box. I have another one here. So it's also a pen box. What's in it? A pencil. But I like the fact that it's enameled, which means that it's not enameled. I'm sorry. It's got mother of pearl on it. So yeah, it's not enameled. It's mother of pearl. And look at that. Isn't that great? It's a few bulls fighting with each other. It's really odd as a design, but I like it. I paid $375. I pay a lot of stuff $375 because it's the the price of books at the library. I buy them, and sometimes the library sells little items, and I bought most of those there. Now, when you start going into these types of boxes, which are in French called Maroquinerie, because they're mostly from Morocco. Morocco was a French colony for a very long time. And everything that you see in here is inlaid bone, and inlaid mother of pearl. So every tiny specks that you see in here was cut like a mosaic and glued onto the top of the box, the sides. And look at the inside. The inside is red. I didn't clean it yet because I just got it. But to clean this, never use water. There is a type of brush that you can buy, because if you use water, you will damage the box, and it's not something you want to do in a box like this. It can be worth $200 to $300. I really love those. I have 3 of them. Here's another type. Box with a box inside. That's so funny. That's another type. That's not exactly the same inlay, of course, but it's all inlaid. You can tell when it's inlaid in applique. When it's appliqued, you can't feel nothing, but here you can feel everything with your fingers. And inside of it was I think it's Christopher Columbus ship. It's a caravel, but I like that box too. Oh, jewelry. What is it? I collect jewelry as well, of course. You can make a lot of money collecting jewelry. I don't know where those are, but something I forgot, which will go right back into the box. And a necklace made out of bone, too. Oh, that's why I put it in there. And voila. I like small boxes as well. This one is inlaid, I can tell, just by touching it. And I don't know how they managed to make such a small box like this. It's really neat. Look at that. Maybe to keep a ring, maybe something really tiny. I don't know. I usually use, I give them away when I give rings away. So that's why I collect. I mean, one of the reasons I collect boxes is because I like collecting. And I like collecting divers boxes that don't look like other boxes. Now, earlier on today, I showed you inlaid cloisonné, and I have an inlaid box right here. It's pretty much the same way to do it. That huge square is a rock, and they with the tool they cut out the rocks and they made a pattern and they applied whatever stone those are. They look like they are dyed mother of pearl. Mother of pearl is really easy to dye, actually. But I love that box. It's not red on the outside. I don't care. On the back, you can see that the bone, the rock goes all the way through. It's about a 3-inch box, and it's made in India. I know because it says made in India. Really cool. I think I paid $2 for it. It doesn't have a great value. Most boxes are not worth that much unless they're made for a specific company or for specific use. I'm not going to show you what's inside this one. That one I love too. It is inlaid with bone. It's not ivory. I looked at it with my small, tiny lens. I'm going to look at it again to make sure. Yeah, it's bone. There's no lines. There's no lines on the white stuff. So, because you can't sell ivory no more unless you have provenance. Provenance is a French word meaning you got to know where it comes from. Unless you know where it comes from, you can't sell ivory in Canada no more. If it's 100 years old, I think you can. But again, you need to have provenance. A box like this, even if it's not ivory, will sell for over $100 due to the work. that's been done on it. It's on the 4 sides. Nothing on the bottom, of course. It doesn't have provenance on the bottom. Usually it does. This one does not. I like that box. I don't think I'll ever sell it because it takes a lot of work to do that. You have to be patient. I don't think I have that patience. For a change, I'm going to show you a tea caddy, which is odd because it's elongated. It's probably from India or thereabouts. I know that India was also a colony for a long time. I haven't polished the brass, but I could do it really easy. Actually, I'm going to do it right now in front of you using I apologize. I should have had that ready, but I wasn't thinking about polishing anything today. But these rags you can buy at your there's a white side, a pink side. It's called a connoisseur. I am a connoisseur. Polishing cloth, and you just rub it on what you want to make shiny. So I'm going to make shiny one elephant. Then you gotta use the other side to finish the polish. Now you can tell now that one is more shiny than the other, and that's because I polished it. I'm not gonna polish it all today. That rag is totally done. I need another cloth, and I'm gonna go buy one today, maybe. So a box like this is not that valuable. $20, $30 at most. You might think there's a lot of work on it, but it's all nailed. This is not inlaid. It's nailed in. You can see the little nails. Actually, that's why I stopped polishing it, because I didn't want to destroy my cloth. There's too many pointy things on that box. But it's still a nice tea caddy. They probably put tea like this. I don't know. Nice. Love it. Now, look at those two. You would think they're made the same way, but they're not. That one here, when I bought it, I thought it was inlaid. I really thought it was inlaid. I knew it was Japanese because I knew the design. They usually do a little bit on the side. And this is just a man that took a sharp tool, did the design. He probably did the design with a pencil first. He used the sharp tool to go around, and then he painted it on top of it. So it's not inlaid; it's a painted box. The inside is quite simple. Box like this, value-wise, $10, not more than that. I wouldn't pay more than $10. I only paid, I think, $2 for that one. It was in a bag at the flea market, and since I collect box, I decided to grab it from a seals. This one here is from Japan. You gotta love Japan. Look what I paid for it. $1.99. Why do I keep prices on stuff? Come on. The longer you leave the price on, the worse it is, because you will have a hard time removing the price. Like right now, I'm having a hard time, and it pisses me off because it's on silk. That's a silk box. And voila. And you can use it to put pencils, a wash, anything. You want to give a good gift to your friends, that holds a good wash. And it's not that valuable, value-wise, $10. I just bought it because I knew I will give it away one day with a watch inside. Back to Morocco box. That here box is entirely made out of bone, camel bone, precisely. When you take a lens, magnifying lens, you can see it's bone. And I took a chance and I applied heat to it one day, and I could really smell that it was made out of bone. The top is all, when you touch it, you can tell it's inlaid. It's actually a cloisonné. I would consider this a cloisonné box. It's a gold plated, really, really all over nice box. Extremely hard to find, actually. I would not sell a box like this under $200. This one and this one so far are the rarest that I showed you. Shell box. Now I like shell box. I collect shells. Now you might say, "Whoa, Baba collects everything." Well, I do. I collect pretty much everything that's nice. Look at those. Those are all fish backbones. Person that did this, and it sold for $4.75. At the beginning, I got to clean the inside. Frankly, I only bought this in case I miss a shell because it's too damaged. Look at the inside. Inside there's nothing to do in the inside really. So I only bought it for the outside. One day, one of my other boxes, because I have many of them with shells on it. And if a piece falls off one of my other boxes, I can take this box because it's pretty much worthless and fix it with that one. Now, this here, I got to wash it, but it's a really nice box. It's got a little nice silver top on it. The inside is nice. It's foamy. Silver art. Questo articolare è stato scoperto attraverso supervillazione seguendo la asserzione solo indicate si portate mantenere lungo. Okay, so it's made in Italy. You can see there 925. 925 mean that this, and there's a little writing right there. Oh, you can't see it like that, no. Well, I'm going to tell you what it says. Laminato. Well, that's laminated, but that's silver. That part here is silver. It's 925. 925, when it comes to silver, it means that out of 1,000 little balls, they'll use 925 silver balls against 75 copper balls, and they're going to mix it all together, melt it, and make that. And why do they do that? It's because silver, like gold, is a very soft metal, and you don't want pure silver or pure gold because they will bend or scratch very easily. Hence the 925 and not the 1,000. And that's why that's why sterling is 125. See, we can learn stuff even if I show you boxes. Got to find a way to get more comfortable as I go here. I like this here box too. A set of ear buds in it. The cover of that box is made with reeds. Why do I know? I worked with reeds when I was with the natives in northern Alberta. They taught me how to work reeds. And you got to take a blade, remove take the reed stem, and just use the leaves, and then you glue them. This one is really, really intricately. It's really, really, really a nice design, and all of this is inlaid. So for a small box like this, I like it a lot. You know, I don't think it's done by a machine. I think it's done by a man. I can't see a machine doing that. It takes a long time to do this. I don't even know the value of that one because I haven't checked it yet. I like that one because it doesn't have, it's really simple. There's my service badge. Goes with that. Put it there, maybe. Nice wood. Really, wow. Look at the way also it's done on a corner. I don't know if you can see, but it's they put little joint on the corner so it toughens the box up. That's you can carry anything in there from jewelry. It's got a soft padding on the bottom. I wouldn't sell a box like this for under $60. I really like it myself, but not many bucks I dislike actually. Here's one that is made out of papier-mâché. Actually, this one has a. It says in English, a decorator's and collector's delight. This box was completely handmade and intricately painted by the artisan of Kashmir, India. Many layers of lacquer are hand rubbed and give the box a protective finish. Wow, they do. It does. Look at that. There's a few flaws on the sides, not enough to bring the value down, really. I have two of those, actually. I forgot to... I got a big one. I got a big one, which is made in the same manner, actually. And this is one of my favorite because that's remind me of Yggdrasil, the tree of life, the Viking, and it's signed. It's also from Kashmir, so those two boxes are from the same country. They look different, but they're made in the same way. Basically, they applied a label. Look at all the gold on it. You can only see when I move it or when I put it close to the camera, this little gold filigree. It's filled with all kinds of stuff so I can fix my jewelry. I'm a jewelry collector. That will have to be on another stream. And I buy them, I put it in box, and if I'm missing a piece one of these days, I'll know exactly where it is. Well, for the Kashmir boxes. Now, intricate to me anyway. We all have different tastes. This is a silver box. Look at the inside of that. Silk. Its purpose evades me. I don't have a clue, but I know it was made to be locked or whatever was inside. And I also know that this is silver. There is no doubt about that. Really nice box. I like it. Just because it's a silver overlay doesn't mean that the box is worth thousands of dollars. That's just wrong. It could be silver plated. I don't have a clue because there is no marks. You know, it doesn't say EPNS, which is a EP electroplated nickel silver. That's what it means, EPNS. So if you see in the back of a box or a coin or anything EPNS, it means electroplated nickel silver. This doesn't have that though, but I know when I shined it, I know it was but what goes inside puzzles me because you can't remove the pillow. Now I don't want to break it, so I'm not going to remove it. This box I bought to fix watches, and it's full of watch parts inside. This was one of my favorite watches. Unfortunately, I dropped it on the floor and it's now broken. It's finished, and it's not worth bringing anywhere to fix. I'm going to keep the bracelet. That's it. Now that box is made in Honduras, in the lower Americas. Look at the details on it. Isn't that neat? The whole box is a piece of art. You gotta love it because over there, those are poor people. They do this with pieces of blade and X-Actos. You know, it's not a machine that made that. Really nice box. To move to another material, this is here an alabaster box. I can popsicle sticks inside. And I love that box too because it's made of alabaster. It's been colored, and it says genuine alabaster and carved, made in Italy. So it's Italian box. I don't know what it was used for, but it's a high-end box. I would sell if I would. I'm not going to sell it, but if I was to sell it, I would ask $100 for it, and it would go right away too. Or maybe $80. That's another one that's made with reeds, like this one I showed you earlier. Except this one is way more intricate. I gotta redo the lining at all. I'm gonna redo it red, not yellow, and that will not change the value at all. And when you redo the inside, it's important, like so say this side, I'm going to rip it off. There you go, I ripped it off. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to keep it. Because if you want to do a pattern inside, I'm going to put it back, you have to rip it off, but you got to keep those. So when you redo the other box, you already have a pattern. Like this one, you rip it off, and then you put it on the cloth. You do a circle, and there you go. You have your box. I'm going to do it in red velvet, though, not yellow, because I don't think yellow is good looking. And it's also much easier to discolor. Look, it's made in the shape of a book. I like it because I love books. This here is not a box per se. It's made to hold incense. I light incense every single day of my life, and when I can, I light also a candle at night. And it's really for me. It's for people to help people in trouble or ask God for a favor for someone else. I'm quite fine myself. I don't need any favors. God is my friend, but I'm not going to go religious on you. Don't worry. Look at this. Isn't that nice? Yin Yang is part of my signature. Even that is inlaid. It's not hammered. It's not nailed like which one did I show you? There was nailed. See, that's the difference between nailed. You can see it's raised, and this one here is inlaid. Inlaid is always more difficult because you got to cut the wood and then make sure that the brass fits in it. So imagine, and then there's a special hiding spot there. I love that box. I have a few of them actually. Value-wise, $40. It's not that expensive. You love this box. It's got copper on it. Apparently it's made. It says KZ here, which is probably Kazakhstan, and then 39 is probably the date, and then 428 is probably the number they made. That's not a rare box. I only bought it because it's got copper filigree on it, and then I've never seen it before. They use tacks to keep the copper in place, but they don't go through. The design here is burnt, so what it did is burnt all the design, and it's burnt in front as well. Box like this, $30, $30. This is one of my very favorite boxes. Actually, one of my tooths in here. I had a tooth infection not long ago, and one tooth was removed, but I'm still having problem with one tooth, which Pretty soon you'll see another tooth in here. If you ask the farmers, they'll give you your tooth now. I like that. It's screw on, which means you have to make threads. But what I love about this one is the details on the side. It's got an elephant, a tiger. I don't know what animal that is. So it's got 3 major animals on it. Look at the top. That's nice. Those remind me of old maple syrup mold. Box like this, $30. It's not worth that much money. It's too bad for the person that carved it, because it's not made by a machine. It's made with a man, again, with a very patient man that did this. Probably took him a day to do that. Wow. You love it. Boxes like this, I love too. There's nothing inside but a mirror. So it's most likely for women. Look at that. The hinge is a turtle. You love this thing. And of course, there's a nice mother of pearl inlaid, which means they have to cut it inside and insert the mother of pearl. Mother of pearl is really easy to discern because it's got a tricolor, a little bit like if you would put oil on water. It's got that same hue. It's called iridescent, actually, in color. And I like that one. Judging by the way the people are sitting, the scenery, I would say that's Japanese. And I usually I'm rarely wrong when I see scenes. I have a book here, actually, with every single way people were dressed in from beginning of time until 1980, because that's when the book was made. This is one of my rarest books. It's all mother of pearl. Every single thing here is inlaid. Everything is inlaid mother of pearl. A box like this, $500. $500. Do not buy the fakes. Fakes don't have the inside that's all inlaid. Fakes don't have color. This was colorized. So imagine how long it would take to make a box like this. It takes a long time. It's supreme, one of my favorite. Now, for the bizarre, look at this box. It's actually a Quebecer that invented that lock box. To open that box, you gotta flip this up. Flip that part up. Then you gotta flip the cat's head off, and then you got a small box there. I'm keeping this inside because it's silica gel and it makes the box it won't gather the wet. To open that part here, you gotta flip another thing up, which is this part. That's what it's called, a puzzle box. And then you gotta pull this part, and then you can open the second part. Isn't that neat? That's how the box looks, all open. The problem with those boxes is that if you lose one part of the box, you practically lost the box, because unless you are able to find the pieces or carve them yourself, well, that's it, you're done. Voila. So there's 1 part, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts just to open this nice cat box. Isn't that neat? Those sell for about $130. That's also one of my favorite box in shape of a book. I keep some watches in there. I have an extensive collection of watches, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Oh, there it is. That tool is a toy. Turn it on, see the light there, and then you plug this into your TV or old computer, and then you go like this, and then it's actually tells you if a painting is real or not, because you can see the pixels. You can tell you if jewelry is real or not, because you can see the gold. If you have a hard marks, you can go there and look on your TV. I love that. Plus, it's adjustable, really, really, really adjustable. It's a toy, but that toy has helped me so much. There's another watch I screwed up. Might be like $200 for that watch. That's it. Baba loves the watches. That's an old poster. And that's a Bombay company started I think in the 1980s. This one is 1991. And if you want that box today, you'll have to shell out more than $100. I don't think I'll ever sell it because it's in the shape of a book and I like it. That's my lax box. I will show it today. Let me get on my knee because I have a lot of back problems, knee problems, God knows what. My knee's getting better though. This box is the rarest one I have. It's about 200 to 300 years old. It's from Japan. It's got a crack here. Got a crack on one of the sides. I'm not going to fix that because after 200 to 300 years, frames, anything that's made out of wood, basically it cracks. Look at the hinges. They were handmade by a forger. In a forge. They were handmade in a forge. The blackness of the wood here is not because it's dyed or anything. It's the age. After a certain time, pieces. I have another piece here that's also Chinese, and you can tell they're basically the same color. That is Confucius. Very nice, isn't it? But anyway, I just wanted you to show you that wood after 200 to 300 years tend to turn black. The reason the top hasn't turned black is because people rub it all the time. And I like the fact that the person that made this box left that little nib so you can open it. I wonder what they were carrying in this box. It's all hand carved, of course, with the knife. And not even a chisel. It's all carved with a knife. I love it. And I'm going to give it to my brother for his birthday, so don't tell anybody. And that's it for the box today. I hope you enjoyed it. I bid you a good day. I hope your day will be just as great as mine. And maybe next time I'll talk about sculptures or something else, but it won't be boxes because I've showed you enough today. So have a nice day, folks. Again, I don't look at the comments. I don't think there are any. But that's it for me. Bye. Love you all.